Hi everybody, Laurie here from Unique in the Creek. How is everybody doing today? Say hello when you come in. Let me know where you're watching from, either Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Let me know, let me know. Hello, Dawn. How are you? So we're going to do some Valentine's fun today. We got so many new things in the shop that I can't wait to play with. So I'm going to be using some of them today. Hi, Judy Baker. Hi, Tina. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We are going to have some fun. I'm going to go and do a new design, a different design. Not new, different. Everything is different. And it's going to be fun. Hello, hello. Let me know. Where are you watching from? Are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching on Facebook? We're kind of trying to figure out what platform everybody likes. So I'm going to get right down to it because I did put the list up on YouTube and Facebook of all the supplies I'm using and the SKU numbers. And we're going to go through Facebook, everybody's on Facebook. YouTube, thank you, Maria. You had to place an order. Wait till you see today's. Okay, so I am going to come down to the board and I'm going to show you all the stuff we are going to be using today. I already started it. Look how cute this is. So we're going to get going here. And there we go. Hopefully, let me move this back so you see more of my table. There we go. Perfect. Hello, hello. Okay, so today I'm using the ring board. And I'm going to be using this really super cute sign. Look how cute this is. Love stinks. Love stinks. Yeah, yeah. However, not only do we have the sign, look how adorable the ribbon is. So we got so stinking cute. It says so stinking cute, little stinker. And how cute. This is the picks that go with it. So little picks with skunks on it. So I'm going to be making a bow and we're going to incorporate these little skunky things into our bow. So like I said, all the item numbers are listed in case you want to recreate this. I'm also going to be using, now I've already started, this is a large glitter heart spray. Okay, it has a whole bunch of hearts on it, but I've incorporated them into these little picks I made that I'm going to show you how I made these. Okay, and now we're just going to zip tie each of these little picks right into our design. So we're not even going to use hot glue. How cool is that? So you can see I put a little heart into these picks. And this pick that I made, I'll just move this little skunk. We're not going to do that until the end. These picks I made are, look how nice. Okay, I know I told you guys I'll probably never get florals. I did get some florals for this year. They are fabulous. This is one spray. It's huge. And it's got pretty much everything you can think of incorporated into it. Isn't that great? So this is the red. I got a bunch of different colors of these. So I got Dave to bring home the red because we're going to be using the red today. And I also want to show the pink. So we have all kinds of colors. You're welcome, Jude. I don't mind these picks because it's got pretty much everything in it. florals, greens, berries, pretty much everything. So we just don't have the room in the warehouse to have all kinds of like individual florals and stuff like that. But there is the pink. Isn't that fab? So check it out. They all start with an FH. So even in the search bar, just type in FH, or you can type in spray, and you'll see all the stuff, all the new florals and picks and everything that are in all the different colors. So that'll be including the hearts. And I'm also incorporating into my little picks, this is called Fish Line Glitter Spray. So I got this in a whole bunch of fun summer and spring colors. It's pretty fabulous too. So we break all this apart, and hopefully you guys can see these. It's a lot of fun, these grasses, and they're all glittery. So we're going to put a little bit of this into our homemade pick that I'm doing. Okay, I'm not using the pink today, so I'm just going to put the pink away. I am using the red and the hearts. And I'll show you again. This is the little pick, my homemade pick that I'm making. I'm making 7 of them. So these are going to go around the ring board because I'm using, literally I'm using 8 pieces of mesh. But I'm only using 7 of these picks because one spot on my ring board is actually going for a bow with our little skunk pick that I'm going to incorporate. Okay, and I'm going to do this. We are going to do ribbon tails, but I'm going to show you something different that I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to get all our stuff ready to go before we start building our wreath. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to take and put some cable mounts on the back of my sign. Okay, so I'm taking off the sticker because we're using the ring board. Your customer will see the sticker, so you might want to take it off. And then I'm cutting off the jute rope that's on it. And then I've got these we sell non-adhesive cable mounts because you can glue your cable mounts onto your wreath board or onto your sign, or you can use this fantastic tape that Jackie Blewett found. It's made by 3M. It's super strength molding tape. Now the cable mounts do glue very, very well to the wood signs, not so much the metal signs. So if you have a metal sign and you want to use a cable mount, this is your friend. This is great stuff. Super strength molding tape made by 3M. It's auto tape, and it's like a double-sided tape. It's fabulous. Okay, so we only need a little tiny piece, and this stuff is used on the outside of cars, so it's pretty strong. So like I said, both sides are sticky, and all I'm going to do is put this molding tape onto the back of both of my cable mounts. Now, like if you're using wood, you can use just hot glue, but I'm trying to get myself used to using this tape stuff. All right, and I'm going to grab a couple pipe cleaners. Okay, and then we're going to take off this second layer of the, there we go. So you can see it's double-sided. And I'm just going to put the cable mount just in the center here. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Hello, hello everybody. So we're pretty much not using glue on anything today. Now I need nails. I always cut my nails down. I can't craft long nails. However, when you're using double-sided tape, the long nails come in handy. There we go. I think I got it here. Maybe not. I can't grab it. There, got it. All right, give it a good push down. And there we go. Our sign is all ready to go. Okay, so sign is ready. Next is what I'm going to do for the ribbons. So you can see here, I've already started. And instead of doing the normal ribbon tails where, you know, they go out the sides and everything, I'm using 7 pieces of each of these ribbons. So 7 pieces of the skunk ribbon, all right, at 12 inches. Then I'm cutting 7 pieces of this cute heart ribbon. Again, all the SKUs for these ribbons are in the description. This red glitter ribbon, this is actually from Christmas, but it doesn't matter. It matches all the red glitter that is on these. And then because the sign has some black and white polka dot on the edge, I'm going to add some 1.5 inch Swiss dot black and white ribbon. So this is the only ribbon that is 2.5 inches. The rest are all 1.5 inches, okay? So what we want to do, like I said, we're going to cut 7 pieces of each ribbon at 12 inches. Okay, so I do have these 3 cut, and I just have to cut some heart ribbon. And I've already made 1, 2, I made 4, so I need 3 more of these little bundles I've done. Okay, so I'm going to take my Measure Buddy, pull it out to 12 inches. Now, if you were cutting 7, you could just keep wrapping around 7 times. I only need 3 more. So from here to the end is 12 inches. Okay, so I need 3 more. So there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can keep going around to 7. You can cut your ribbons quite quickly. And the Measure Buddy goes from 8 inches all the way up to 20 inches. So the 20 inches would be for like, if you're using yarn for gnomes and stuff like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to dovetail the ends. So I'm just going to fold it lengthwise and I'm going to cut from the folded edge to the outside corner, and that gives us that nice V shaped in our ribbons. Okay, so 7, I've cut 7 of each ribbon, and we're going to make these little funky bows. So instead of putting the plain old, like the ribbon tails in like we always do, we're going to make little bow packages here. Okay, and to do this, we are going to you need a zip tie. So I use a zip tie. I use zip ties for everything. It's just so much neater. So there's our 4 different ribbons, all cut and ready to go. No, this is not a kit, but all these supplies are in the store. And we got a zip tie. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take the 2.5 inch and put it right in front of me. Now make sure you can see your center crease. Okay, so there's our our 12 inch 2.5 inch, 12-inch length. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then I'm putting the red glitter, just not straight on like this, just a little bit slanted. And then I'm going to put the black and white Swiss dot, again, just a little bit slanted. And then I'm going to put my heart one in straight. Okay, so we've layered, starting with the 2.5 inch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch it right in the middle. So that's why I said make sure you can see your middle crease. And then I'm going to put a zip tie around it. Now I'm not going to do the zip tie up super, super tight, because if you do the zip tie up too tight around this funky bow, you're not going to be able to spread the ribbons apart nicely like this one. Okay, so just, there's still a little bit of room between the ribbons and the zip tie, but there's not enough that the ribbons are gonna fall out or anything. Okay, there's one. We need to make 3 more of these. Just a fun, different way than doing the same old, you know, tails to the outside and stuff. Considering we're only using 7 pieces at 12 inches of each ribbon, that's not very much ribbon that we're using up. So you'll have lots extra if you need to make multiples. Okay, there's 2, and then I'm going to make 1 more. I know I cut enough ribbon. Oh, it's right in front of me, duh. Okay. All right, now my ribbon is all ready to go. And then we'll make the little picks that I'm putting in. I'll show you how I did those. Great bang for your buck by taking them apart and stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to put these to the side. They're ready to go. All right, so now the little bundles that I made, they consist of 1 heart from the heart pick the heart pick, so just 1. So a couple of the picks are going to have 2 smaller hearts in it. But there was enough, there's the smaller hearts. There was enough on 1 pick to make 7 of these little bundles, okay? So we're using the heart pick. I had to use 2. This is going to be, because I need 7 of these bundles, I needed 2 of these. Oh, sorry. But I only need 2 more pieces out of here. So what I've done with these is there's so much on here, you can rip them apart because they're only paper taped together, and you can use, we're going to use pieces of them. So you can see they tear apart quite easy. So I'm just kind of separating. There's the flower, there's some long greenery, then we got another long greenery, some foam leaves, some of these spiky things. and this mossy kind of green looking thing. There's all kinds of goodness in this one pick. So like I said, I'm just kind of separating them and making my own little picks. Okay, so that's separated. And now I'm going to pull apart the hearts. Again, they just kind of rip off the main stem, the main wire. We're going to incorporate the hearts into our pick. And then we're going to put some of this fun pink, it's called Fish Line Glitter Spray. It's the one I showed at the beginning. I'm only using one, and again, I pulled it apart as well. Okay. And that is everything I've incorporated into these little homemade picky things. So you're going to grab a couple zip ties. And like I said, I'm making 7 of them. So I've already made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to make 2 more. So I'm going to grab one of these green, actually 2 of them, since there's 2. A flower stem. A berry. One of these spiky things. One of these foam green leaves. Actually 2 of them. I have 2 pulled out. We're going to put one of our glitter hearts in here. So you can put it in the front, in the back, and we're going to zip tie everything together. Put some of this little bit of pink, that fish line stuff. And there we go. Made myself a homemade. Actually, no. The only thing that's really I see of glitter is the red glitter, and that is probably from this ribbon. So this is not a shimmer glitter ribbon. It's a normal glitter. Shimmer glitter, we do have lots of shimmer glitter, but shimmer glitter doesn't fall off. Okay, so I really don't see any pink. So that's on there. Actually, that's on there really well. So there's all different colors. Okay, so I have this, and I'm just going to put a zip tie around the whole thing, and I made myself my own little homemade pick. So it's definitely, you get more bang for your buck doing this by just ripping things apart and just add them in. Okay, we're going to cut that, and then I'm going to trim off just below the zip tie that I just put on. I'm going to trim off all this excess wiring. Isn't that pretty? So once we put it into our zip tie, we can then pull all these apart and spread it out into our wreath. Okay, I need to make 1 more of these. All right, let's start with the greens again. And then the floral. I have this green in here. It's like a fern type thing. We'll put that in the back. Incorporate these 2 little hearts. And they're from that heart spray. Put them in the front. Then one of these, I don't know, these bush thingies, I don't know what anything's called. And a little bit of the berries. So that is literally just ripping sprays and picks apart and getting the best bang for your buck. So, and you can then make it however you want then. All right, we'll cut that off. And like I said, I made 7 of these. There we go. Cute, eh? Oh, I forgot to put the pink in. Duh. Put that towards the back. You can just use, if you have 4-inch zip ties, the 4-inch zip ties are awesome to use for this, just to zip them around. So I'm just going to put another one on here because I forgot to put the pink in there. Alrighty, there we go. So those are done. Slide that in. I don't want to waste anything. These I'll use after. Okay, so that is our picks done. And then the last thing we have to do is our mesh. Just cut our mesh. I'm going to use the whole roll of mesh. What I'm using is this new extra large border stripe mesh. So it's pink and then the red and white. So we're going to use 16 pieces. 16. Now that's a lot of mesh. You can, if you're, you know, pinching your pennies, you can use only 8 pieces of mesh at 20 inches. But I'm one of those ones that don't really like to have mesh kicking around everywhere. So I'm cutting mine at 2 pieces per zip tie at 20 inches. Okay, so I'm just rolling it out. Get my rotary cutter. And I'm cutting it at 20 inches. So you need 16 of these. Now, like I said, if you only want to use half a roll, it will work. I'm just putting a double layer of mesh on and it just gives it a poofier look. But you can most definitely just use 1 piece, and that way you're only using half a roll of mesh, okay? Now I am using the ring board. All right, so why I have 8 pieces of everything, or 7, is we're going to be using every other set of holes on the ring board. Okay, so I'm going to be using hole 1 to 1.5. So I'm just preloading zip tie. So you take your zip tie, and it doesn't matter really where you start. There's the top, and I just started, you know, in the center hole where it says 1 and 2. We're using the center here. Then I just skipped a row, put a zip tie in. We're skipping a row and put a zip tie in. Okay, so you're going to put 8 zip ties into the ring board. Now I did make myself a little star. I wrote on my board, which is great with the ring board or the Uniquely Creek boards because you can write your pattern. I put a little star right here because that is where I want to make an actual bow with tails, you know, coming off. And my sign is going to kind of go, you know, across this way with the bow here. So that little star just reminds me of what, that's where I want to put my bow. Okay, so let's start this. So the first layer of my mesh, I am going to just do a normal ruffle. Okay, so you're going to take your 20-inch piece And again, like I said, I'm doing a double layer of ruffles. You don't have to do a double layer. You can do a single one. So you can just use one piece. But the double one, you'll see it just makes it look so much more 3D-ish, I guess you would say. So you're going to put curl down in front of you. I just put something heavy on the end. And you're going to pinch at the bottom and drag your mesh in between your thumb and your pointer finger. And you're just sliding and gathering the mesh right in the middle. Okay? And then once you get to the end, you have a really pretty ruffle. It's fuller, thank you. And then I'm going to just put a clip on it. That's going to be the bottom layer. And then the second layer, I'm going to do like a kerfuffle, which is I'm just going to fold in the ends a couple inches in, like that. I'm going to put a clip, fold in again, and then I'm going to still ruffle the same thing, okay? The same way, just sliding right up. And this is going to be the top layer. And the reason why I folded the edges in for the top layer is so we don't see any frays or anything, if there is, once we put the mesh onto the wreath. Okay, so I've got 8 pieces of 20-inch with a normal ruffle and 8 pieces of 20-inch with a just a kerfuffle. Like I said, you can do just a ruffle, one layer. It's totally up to you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, once you have your board loaded, I'm going to put my flat ruffle right in between the 2 holes here. And then I have my kerfuffle, which I have the ends facing downwards. I'm going to kind of, this one's going straight in between the zip ties. This second one, I'm going to kind of kitty corner it and then come around with my zip tie. Now you can use pipe cleaners or PVC stems or whatever. I just love to use zip ties because it's nice and neat. Even though you have a ton of stuff on the front, it always stays nice and neat in the back. Okay, now I didn't do it up really tight because this is where I'm going to put in the little pick that I made. So I'm going to cut this down. And this is a great way to incorporate, some greenery or some florals or whatever you want into your wreath without it costing a fortune. Okay, so there is my pick. I'm just going to kind of bend it, like almost like an L shape. And then I'm going to put the end of this, push my mesh down, put the end into the zip tie. And I like to have it going a little bit past that zip tie that we did around the bottom. It's almost like a stopper. So if somebody goes to pull on the florals, it's not going to come out because it's sitting in the zip tie. And that zip tie is almost like a stopper. Okay, and then once I have that in there, we're going to pull the zip tie tight. Okay, I'm going to put this kind of in the middle, and we're going to fluff up. So we got our flat ruffle on the bottom, and then our fluffier one on the top. So it just gives it a larger appearance. Okay, and then what we're going to do is our little bundle of joy here of our ribbon tails. Now again, you can use pipe cleaners or whatever. I like to keep everything nice and neat with my pipe cleaners. I'm just going to trim this down a bit. These, if you guys don't have these in your craft room, we just got some more in stock. These are a game changer for if you're going to add some florals and stuff to your designs. They really clip really nicely without having to use a cutter, like a professional cutter. Okay, now I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to go down and up. Now, you, like I said, you can do a pipe cleaner just around your bundle if you want. But like I said, I'm keeping it nice and neat. So I'm just going right over top of the zip tie that we put for the mesh and the floral. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the back, is I'm going to feed, see, hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. I'm going to feed the zip tie just underneath the tail of the zip tie, just underneath the our little funky bow, and do it up. All right, cut the tail off. And now look, still nice and neat on the back. We don't have any pipe cleaners or nothing, but everything's nicely attached. And then what you can do is we're going to now pull. Now you can do this at the end, but I just want to show you before we have, you know, this is really full. You can pull the tails of your funky bow apart, and that's why I said don't do your zip tie around your funky bow too tight, so you can, you know, move around your ribbons a lot easier. Okay, and then we can move around the greenery and our little pick that we made. You can spread that open. There's our little heart popping out there. And that's it. No glue, all zip tied in. Super cute, right? This mesh is crunchy. It's crunchy. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing for all 7, except the one where I put the star on. That is just going to get some mesh because we're going to put a bow there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move this out of the way with a clip so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're going to go to the next one. So we've got a flat and a kerfuffle. Got the flat ruffle. Kind of kitty corner the top one there. And then we're going to come around with that zip tie. Kind of push down in the middle so you have room to do your zip tie. Okay, and just did it up till I heard that zip. Take one of our picks again and put it right into the zip tie there. Like I said, I just kind of L it, put it, like make it into an L shape and stick it in the zip tie. Make sure your little stopper is in. Pull that tight and clip it. And then we're going to put our little bow thing in there. Again, going right over top of the zip tie that's already there. Okay. Take my bundle put the tail through the zip tie and then do it up. Now I'm only doing it like this because I want, like I said, I wanted to use all zip ties. I don't really like pipe cleaners that much. Pull it tight, snip it, and then we're going to pull these apart. Move these around. You kind of want to do opposite corners. So the skunk, skunk, red glitter, red glitter. There we go. Fun, different way. We could probably have just got away with doing four bundles and just had in between just mesh. But might as well go for it. All right, I'm just going to bring this over, clip it, bring this one over and clip it. Now, normally I would just go around the ring board, but I wanted you guys to see what I was doing, so. Thanks, Renee. Okay. Ruffle. And then the kerfuffle going right over top, kitty corner, come around with your zip tie, push on the center so it gives you room. There, it's done up. Our little pick things. I love these flowers, these greeneries or whatever you call them, these floral sprays. The colors are just fabulous too. You're trying to get your wreath going. Oops. Yep, wouldn't be alive unless Laurie knocked something over. Okay, again, I'm just threading it through the back here and doing it up. It's pretty full. I know you guys don't probably need to add all this stuff, but I just got so excited with all the new stuff that we got in the warehouse. I decided that I was just literally going to put everything in. God, it's so pretty. I don't even, if the ribbon didn't match the sign, I probably wouldn't even put a sign in. Might be too much mesh in here. You guys are probably best off just to use a 20-inch piece of mesh. Because it's pretty poofy, this wreath. Especially if you need it to fit between two doors. The sound of the crunchiness. Has anybody worked with this? I think this is the first time I've worked with this mesh. It's pretty and everything, but the crunchy drives me nuts, the sound. It does look like I put a ton of supplies in here, doesn't it? You love the crunchy? I'm not too sure. Probably good for that, what's it called, the ASMR or something, you know, people speak into microphones. I just don't get that, but it's a thing where you listen to somebody whispering or something. Weird. But it would be good for that. Oh, the you're right. It does sound like the crinoline. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Any mesh is good for cruffles or kerfuffles. That's one of those universal kind of petals. But it's definitely, if you're using a border stripe, you definitely don't want to do like poofs or anything, because then if you do poofs with a border stripe, all you're going to see is basically the pink in the center. So you don't want to waste, because this is what what you're paying for is the border stripe. So you want to keep it so with ruffles, so you actually see it. But as for kerfuffles, pretty much any mesh is good. You're welcome. Woo, she's a biggie. I like these little funky bow things. Okay, we got one more here, and then over there is just the mesh, and we'll do a bow. that crinkle drives me nuts. It's driving me nuts, I say. Somebody remind me when I go to put my sign on that I dropped it on the floor, because you know I'll be looking for it. These little hearts are cute. So if you're making wreaths and you live in a hot area, this is how you want to do it. So you're not using glue, because the glue will, a lot of the glues will melt and all your stuff will fall off your wreath. So you might want to zip tie everything in, and this is a good way to do it. This is it's called an extra large border stripe foil mesh. The SKU for it, it comes in different colors, but the SKU for it is in the description, as well as the ribbons and everything else I'm using. Alrighty. I'll move that all around once we get finished here. All right, so the last one right here is I'm just putting mesh in. We're gonna add a bow. I'll just put 20-inch piece in. Where the heck's my, there it is. Crunchies. I'm just putting one piece here because we're going to do a nice loopy bow with actual tails hanging off. Just tuck that under. Perfect. It's pretty wild. And we'll move all that stuff around once we're done. After we put our sign on, there's no sense fidgeting with it right at the moment, because by the time I put my sign on and everything, it's going to get all messed up again. And we're going to put some of these little skunky things. We'll put one going this way underneath the bow, one going this way. And this is quite the Valentine's wreath. Okay, let's just make a little bow next. Okay, I'm using my Stow-Go. And I'm going to use 14-inch tail. Pinch it. Do a half twist so that the bag side of your ribbon is facing up. Move this out of the way so it's not distracting. Okay, Okay, so I'm gonna do 6-inch loop. Go straight down, half twist towards me, and pull it to 6 inches. There we go, just like that. The other side. Now I'm not going to do a half twist because it's going to come down with the tail right there. Alrighty. Now I had this ribbon. This is one of my favorite ribbons. I only have a little bit left. So I decided I was going to put it in my bow because it's going to make my bow pop out against all the other ribbon tails that are in there. So because it's a different ribbon, you'll be able to see the bow better. Hopefully I have enough. I do think we have this still in stock. It's RGA 1634W7. I love it. It's got little hearts going down the middle with stripes. Actually, I'm going to put some red in here. Just to break up the black and white. Just 2 loops. Oh, I hate when they do that. You guys hate when they serge this ribbon together. I hate when they do that. All right, now I'm going to come in with this one. So if you have a ribbon and you just, like I said, you want to make your bow stick out, just add a little bit of a different ribbon than you used in your tails. Yay, I have enough. So just a simple kind of bow like that. Don't tell Michelle that my hearts and my skunks are upside down. I have this little piece of ribbon left from this. I'm going to incorporate it. I'm just going to cut. I'll just put some tails going up top like that. Cute. Okay, I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to put a pipe or a zip tie around it. Flip it over. And I'm going to attach the bow the same way I did the funky bows, but I'm going to use, we now have 10-inch zip ties in stock. So these are great for bows and stuff like that. So just pull that. You don't want to pull it, again, you don't want to pull it super tight so you can move your stuff around. can side these, you can dovetail them, you can do whatever you want to your tails. Okay, bow is ready to go. I only did a double loop, one single loop on each side because I want to see this skunk. Let's clean up some of this mess. Messy, messy, messy. That's me, messy, messy, messy. Okay, well, I gotta get my sign since it fell off my table. Okay, I'm going to take one of my 10-inch zip ties and I'm going to attach my bow like I did the funky bows. So I'm going to come up the bottom, or sorry, go down and come back up. These are super long zip ties. Just like that. Where's my top? Right there. So I'm going to attach my bow. Go through the back of the bow and do this up. Now I'm not going to do it up completely yet because I got to put my skunks in. So again, I'm going to tear this apart. And it's got hearts on it too. And again, do what we did and make these little pick thingies. They're so, look at the skunk, he's so cute. I did order Unique in the Creek 4-inch zip ties. I'm just waiting for them to come in. So we have 6-inch, 10-inch, and 4-inch. Kathleen, I have not seen anything yet. I haven't been on emails. All right, so I'm just going to put that into that. I didn't cut it too short. Into the 10-inch zip tie or my bow. I will have a look, Kathleen, right after the live then. So I'm going to put this one. It's just going into the zip tie. And then we'll put this one with the 2 hearts over here. This is a lot more than I usually put in a wreath. Like I said, I got like super excited from all the new stuff. You guys would too. We'll put 1 heart here. One like that. I'm sticking it that way. That way, and now I'm going to make sure both are in, which they are. And do that 10-inch zip tie. There we go. Oh, my skunk is too far in. There we go. I'll put them together so it looks like they're kissing. That was just that extra ribbon I had. Put that underneath. Oh, look how cute they look like they're kissing. I don't know if I want to put the sign on. It's so super cute already. These. Alrighty. Pepe Le Pew. This is a big wreath. Now the fun part. Not really, I'm being facetious. Let's put the heart in between there. Putting the sign on. I think I need double pipe cleaner for this. This is a pretty tall wreath. So we're going to make our pipe cleaner a little bit long by just twisting together two. You love big wreaths and you cannot lie. Okay. There we go. Get that good twist. All right, now we have to figure out where I want it. So I think right there. Perfect. What do you guys think? Actually, the sign really sets it off. Hearts everywhere. Okay. I hate this part. Although I'm going to use my little handy dandy needle to go down the hole. So I think right there. I just want to make sure not too many ribbons are stuck underneath your sign. And I'm going down into the wreath. Just spread your mat. And I'll show you where I'm going with the pipe cleaner. It's quite easy, but I'll have to flip it over to show you guys. Okay, there's one side. Now don't pull it tight until you have both sides in. So I went, so there is, where's my top? Oh, there's my top. No, I don't want that there. I don't want it there. Hi. You miss me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not around.
Oh, okay. Are you being facetious too?
Oh, it's wondering why you've been so long.
On my lawn? It looks like
I don't know.
it's only an hour and 10 minutes.
I don't know what time you started, so.
Oh. But look, it's big. I showed them how to make little packets for little wreath thingies. You know.
Hey.
You know.
Hey. Cute.
Is it cute?
I love those little skunks.
You like the little skunks? Me too.
I need a Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. What was Pepe Le Pew's girlfriend's name?
I don't think it had a name.
I'm pretty sure it had a name. What was Pepe Le Pew's girlfriend's name? Come on, guys. Petunia? No, that's a pig.
I don't think she had a name. Because she was a cat to begin with.
Oh yeah, she was a cat. Mm.
Beginning of every cartoon, she got the white stripe some other different way, whether it's a paintbrush
The
or
paintbrush?
whatever.
Catherine says, hello Dave, how are you feeling? Oh, did the doctor call? Still? It's like 4:15.
I don't think he's on the call.
He might call after his shift.
Penelope.
Pussycat. Oh, I was close. I said, what did I say? Petunia?
A lot closer than I was. I didn't think it had a name. And as a kid, you don't really pay attention to
Yeah.
names anyway.
Oh, this one I wanted to put.
Oh yeah, everybody's saying Penelope. So.
Penelope? I know Petunia was a pig.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Where?
Everybody has a love of their life.
You're the love of my life.
You're the love of my life.
There we go. All right, so now it's in. I'm just going to tighten them on the back. Pull up. There we go. And now the fun of putting everything. So I just went, I guess I kind of made it straight. No, wait a second. Where's my hanging hook? I did it wrong side.
Oh.
Oh, I guess that's cute. I meant to go the other way. Pull these skunks out just a bit so you can see them just a little bit more. Lauren's calling?
Yeah.
What's she want? Me?
I don't know. I haven't answered it.
Oh, you didn't answer?
I didn't want to get on the phone. She just called me in.
Just tell her I'm on a live.
No, she probably figured that. That's why she's calling me.
Oh. florals are not coming up in the shop. Go under Wreath Accents. And they should come up. Okay, I'm going to put a hanger. Where am I? Right here. I'm not going to cut these off yet because I don't have my sign of where I want it. But I'm going to go down, back up, and put my hanger so I can hang it. And there we go. I have to move the sign. I got it angled wrong. If you search the number on the list, it should come up. Can you search the numbers, hon? I got the numbers actually from the website. So, all right, now I'm going to go around, fix my tails, spread out the florals, and take a nice picture on my door. That was fun.
What is the number?
The floral, here's a pink one. FH.
Yeah.
Love these. FH. Just type in FH in the search bar and you should, all the florals should come up. Or these colored ones. FH, this one's the pink one. 8807115. That's the pink one. Okay.
It's there.
It's there.
807-115. Yeah, if you just put FH.
Just put FH and all of them will come up. Florals will come up. All right, guys. There we go. Let's open this up. Okay, we're going to go this way. I have to change my sign. I actually have to move it up a little bit, but I'll fight with it after the live. And then I'll move around my florals, so spread them apart. That was fun. And like I said, you don't have to use, I still have lots of mesh left. Just use half the roll. This is pretty big. You only need one 20-inch piece or 24-inch piece of mesh. You don't need to do a double one like I did. I just hate having extra mesh left over, so I pack it in. But you guys don't need to do that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. That was something a little bit different than the norm. And tonight we have Brian back up. He is going to be live at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what he's making. I've spoke with Jackie Blewett. She's doing well. You guys remember she had back surgery just after Christmas. So hopefully she'll be back soon. Her surgery was a little more extensive than they anticipated. So keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And yeah, so we did post the lives on, you'll be able to find it on the Facebook events and on the YouTube channel. All right, so I'm going to finish this, fix the sign. I'll go take a picture. We'll post it. And yeah, so you can buy all these supplies at uniqueinthecreek.com. We ship to both US and Canada. Make sure you check there is free shipping when you spend a minimum amount. So check that out to make sure you get, again, the best bang for your buck. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Love stinks. Does love stink? Love don't stink. Love's good. Right, honey? Mm-hmm. Right. All right, everybody. VIPs, I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock for Wreath Critique. And have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.